Hey, welcome back to my channel. I know this is a legacy channel and everything, but there's a lot of things I want to talk about. A lot of things on my mind all the time. If you're hearing a humming in the background, it's the AC unit. But if you're hearing other music, like cicadas and birds, consider yourselves lucky. This is the added music that I'm going to add to my channel. Today I want to discuss something about one of my grandchildren. My grandson specifically. And, we go through all of these moments in our lives when we have that sit down talk to our kids about the birds and the bees, whatever else comes up. Well, we helped raise our grandson for quite a few years, probably 7 years or more. And we give him I give him the birds and the bees story, and we talked to him about how important it was to have your priorities straight in life, how good an education is. Well, as far as the education part, he did all right. He graduated from high school, and we had a few moments there where things kind of got rough. Now, this grandson of ours, his, I guess it'd be his great grandpa, was deathly ill. And this was traumatic for this little boy. And he seen firsthand what the touch of God or the fingertip of death took his great grandpa away from him. And that hurt him really bad. And as he got older, his great grandma, she got really bad. And instead of him witnessing the same things, he decided that for him, we discussed it. He told me how bad it was, and that he didn't want to go through that again. So we moved down with some family, and because he didn't want to endure the same thing, he didn't want to go through the same things again. Well, great grandma died. That'd be my wife's mother, and then he came back. It was a year later or so. Then he come back and he decided, well, I really miss you guys, and I want to be here. And then here's this topic I was talking to you about Teresa, my wife, coming up in a video, and I'm going to need her because my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. I don't remember a whole lot of details. I don't remember a lot of facts and dates and times and everything else. I barely remember what I ate yesterday, but she'll tell you exactly what I had to eat 16 years ago, on a Saturday at 2:20 in the afternoon. I'm joking. But anyway, my wife got bad. And that was it. I seen it written all over his face. He didn't want to face that again. He was nowhere near being prepared for all this heartache and loss and everything else that, we tend to take as part of life, that is something that happens. So he left again. He went to stay with other family. I understood, but at the same time, I was a little upset, disappointed that he didn't stay with me, because him and Hunter were about the same age, and I understand all the sides, but he left Hunter hanging high and dry. And Hunter had a good bond with Kenson, our other grandson, but he left me. He was older, old enough to I could have a conversation with him and everything else, and I thought maybe he'd stay this time and work out these problems with me and with him. But yeah, anyway, he didn't. But we told him, once you turn 18, we told him for years, you're a man. You keep that thing locked up with a key. Keep it in your pants where it belongs. Prioritize your life and stay focused. Work on getting yourself going through college, or getting a good job and establishing some roots and building that fundamental foundation. And then when you're ready, and only then when you're ready, worry about, building a family. Now here I am to give advice, right? Here I'm 62 years old. I ain't got the greatest advice in the world, but these are things we told them, because your life can change in a heartbeat if you're not careful. And that's exactly what happened. Life changed for him in a heartbeat, and he was not ready. He likes to be. He's the kind of boy that needs attention. He's never had his father figure, or his mother and biological parents in his life for any amount of time. So he should know what it feels like to be alone and passed around, as it is, from one hand to another or whatever. So he should know what it feels like. But he went out and I guess, had to enjoy the fruits of his loins, and had a baby, little baby girl, Ava. Terrible, because he moved out and we didn't know what was going on. We didn't even know he had a baby until after. And you know how it goes. The parents weren't doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing. And they took the baby from him, and I forget how old she was when they took him. But he's been listening to the courts and the counselors and everybody telling him, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to, get a job, get a house, have some kind of income, have a vehicle, all the good stuff that everybody preaches to you about what you need to do. Times are a lot different now than when we were young. Oh, by the way, my name is Alan. Welcome back to my Legacy channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. And if you're returning, I hope you're following along with this journey of mine. And don't forget, you want to do me a big favor, hit that like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And what would you do? Let me ask you that. That's a question, a real good question. What would you do if you gave? I know it happens every day, but you give your kids, your grandkids, all the best advice in the world. And you're going to make mistakes. We all have. This one I think is a this is a big mistake on his part that he was not ready for. And how would you handle it if it was your kid or your grandkid that you raised? I tell him, you just do what you got to do. Follow the steps. Get a job, hold that dang job down, and build that foundation. You'll be all right. We haven't heard hide nor hair from him in a long time now. Quite a while. A couple months, I think, for me. But, yeah. I just want you to know. Now, this goes out for my children because this is what this channel was intended for. So if you're watching this in the future, I want you to know we will warn you. We've warned you ahead of time on how to prioritize, get your life in order, get things focused, stay focused, get that good education, either go to college or get a job, blah, 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 blah. All we can do is give you the advice. You're going to make mistakes. But are you willing to live with those mistakes? I hope so. We all make mistakes, and sometimes everything happens, there's a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. But, yeah, this one here hit kind of close to home. So I want you to know, everybody out there that's watching this, you're not alone if you're dealing with the same kind of anxieties and turmoils and things that are happening in your family life. You're not alone. Don't be afraid to reach out and just know you're not the only ones going through this. It happens every day. But these are just some of the things that are bothering me, some of the things that I keep on my mind, and I like to share. So until the next one, I want you guys to stay safe, take care, keep smiling. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Hopefully I'll have something better to talk about. Stay safe. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.